Peacemaker, in its penultimate episode, continues on just great. I mean, it's just raucous entertainment all the way through, even though it's a rather sad episode. And boy, I was really worried that they were going to kill off Eagly here. You know, it looked like it might happen, but no, it didn't. Thank God. And the scene is one of those that just makes fun of scenes in movies where you believe in miracles, don't you? You know. Well, you just gotta see it to understand it, but it's just, good Lord, it's so funny. And there's little vignettes for other characters and stuff like that, like they do within this show. Even Judo Master gets a scene, which is pretty predictable considering what he's been doing, but still, it's funny. And I don't know, I wonder why he's in this green outfit, and it's very much a superhero looking outfit, but his costume wasn't anything like that. It was red and yellow and stuff, and I don't know, maybe there was some sort of conflict or something and they couldn't go with it. I mean, they could have done one that was similar to it, the color scheme at least, and it would have looked pretty much the same, you know, because he keeps getting laughed at because he's so small and all that. But I don't know. So the team is coming together, and they're a bit in a shambles after the betrayal that happened with the fake diary and all that. And so you could see it coming because they had their moment where they all came together, you know, and they're starting to like each other and all that sort of stuff. And then it all goes to hell. But they lose their leader, which you had to have known that was coming. And then apparently, the butterflies were completely unaware that they had a traitor amongst their groups that was working with the humans and all that. And then the butterfly, they kill Mern's body, you know, and the butterfly comes out of it, and then what's her name grabs a hold of it and crushes it. Well, he's still hanging on to life when Leota and Harcourt get in there, but he does the dramatic death scene, but it's just this bug. Oh well, yeah. What are you gonna do, you know? And so but the main confrontation was between Peacemaker and his father, and and on the one hand it's all very serious, and his father's he's like the crappy Iron Man, just like Peacemaker's the shitty Captain America. So he flies in there and attacks him and all this stuff, and then he's got his weird pointy-eared Klansmen, whatever the hell they are, and they're hunting him down. And they, of course, the helmets that he stole from his dad, who made all those for him, he can track him through that. So eventually he has to give up all the helmets, but pretty much too late. They catch up with him, and they have the showdown, you know. And Vigilante almost dies, but doesn't, that sort of thing. But Eagly, that was the main thing. Oh no, Eagly, he gets hit pretty hard. But then the battle between Peacemaker and White Dragon happens, and ultimately it's just he pulls a gun on him, and White Dragon, you don't have the stones to do it, and all that, and he shoots him. That's it. The White Dragon, it's over with. I mean, I don't know if a butterfly could get in there and resurrect him. I doubt it. I mean, maybe they would do something like that to bring him back, but nah. I mean, I know it's a comic book world and all that, but I doubt it. Now, at the opening, you finally get to see what the deal was that happened in his childhood with his brother. And the brother, and primarily because the brother's the one who died, was the favorite for his racist white supremacist father. And but the thing was, he died because he and his buds pitted them together in a fight for their enjoyment, and the two boys started fighting. And of course, there's Dad calling him a pussy and a faggot and all that stuff. and pushing him to get into the fight and all that. And then he takes a shot and hits his brother, and just that the right impact or whatever it was damages the brother's brain. He collapses and goes into shakes and dies. So that's what happened. Well, whose fault is that? I mean, he's a little kid. His dad immediately calls him a piece of shit and all that sort of stuff. But he put them in that position. They were little kids, and he made them do that. So yeah, he got his son killed, but he blames Chris, Peacemaker, for the rest of his life. And Peacemaker, because he's kind of an idiot, took on that guilt, but finally realizes, no, it wasn't. It was Dad who was the problem. And so I guess he's free of his father's influence now. I don't know. Now, in the comic book version, he's never free of it. His father committed suicide, but he's haunted by his voice all the time. So because he's got problems. Here, this version, he's got problems, but I mean, he's more stupid than crazy. So all that's left are the butterflies, of course. And that's pretty much where the show ends, on the cliffhanger for the final episode coming up, where they got to take out the cow, they refer to it. Well, it's not the kind of cow you would expect on the old dairy farm. It is in a barn, but it's this huge alien, hideous creature that they're constantly nursing for their sustenance of this amber liquid that they like to eat. So they're going to have to take it down, so they're heading there to do just that before the butterflies can transport it elsewhere. So I'm sure that'll be a big a battle between the group, and not all will necessarily survive, But, well, what are you going to do? So, dealing with Book of Boba Fett and how lazy and slapjobby that show was, and then, you get a good one, and then, you get, this show just blows that away. And in fact, it builds each episode and gets better as it goes forward. So, Peacemaker is worth giving a shot, and I'm looking forward to more. And excited that there's also discussion of other Suicide Squad spinoffs. So it would be some other character. I don't know which one, but maybe you can spin some out of this. I don't know, but I'd like to keep the core cast going for it. But yeah, they've managed to somehow stumble into a hit here for the poor suffering DCEU. So there you go. Good for Peacemaker. Thanks for watching and listening. Say, while you're still here, why not like and subscribe and share with your many friends? Yes. Also, check out my mini stores in the link description below. Yes, where you can get t-shirts, hats, mugs, all those goodies with my artwork on them. Oh, yeah. And head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book, Night Night. Oh, yeah. You can also catch me at my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on BitChute.com and now on Rumble.com. Oh, my goodness. So many places to watch me and my stuff. Oh, yeah. And if that's not enough for you, well, you can follow me on many social media platforms and say hi to your old pal, Mr. Nailsin.